helping each one of us in realizing our dream at any age, any point, starting from today, day. Success. Come on to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. Come on to learn and grow. Welcome to the Village Talk Show. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. We discuss what people need to know, empowering them to learn and grow. Success is not spoken, it is done. Success is done. Come on now. The Village Talk Show. Talk Show. The Village Talk Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Andre. How are you today?
That's good. Good evening. I'm great. How you doing? Welcome to the Village family. Where we are dedicated to making sure that everyone lives safe, financially, healthy life. Success is not spoken; it is done. So how you doing, Joanne?
Cannot complain. I am healthy. I'm alive and full of energy. So it's a good thing. Hey, Benev, good evening to you, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you, our faithful listeners, for coming on board. Just want to start off the week by, just thanking God for another day, another opportunity to join you all on the show to see what's happening around the world. We're going to always hold space for our fearless leader, who I know is right now cracking up and laughing at us and saying, Joanne, speak it up, chat up, and keep it moving. Thank you for all those who came out last week to celebrate his life and his legacy. And boy, what a legacy this man left on this earth. Yeah. Good evening, and thank you from the Reset. We love you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we're excited to have you. We'd love for you to join us one day so that we can chat it up. That would be such a privilege. Hey, John, how are you?
What's up, Doc? What's up, Andre?
What's good, man? What's good? How we doing? How's the
week always so good. It's always good in the hood, man.
Yeah, you always got some high energy, my friend. Give us some of that energy that you have and keep it.
Oh, shit. Hold on. It's 7:37 and Doc is on. Oh, shit. You wait till my man is gone to be on time, huh?
What? Oh, wait. Oh, no, he got jokes today. Oh, and then guess what? The same person who just spoke about me is off screen. What? So if you're going to throw something, you better hold it, okay?
I'm back on screen and I'm throwing the shade. Damn right. The shade like lemonade.
You got too much shade over there now because I can't see you.
Yeah, your light in the background is not that great.
How's my light now?
I think it's your background. That's
yeah. There's a light in the back, but I can see you.
Yeah, we can see you, but the light in the background actually take over. Yeah.
All right.
Last year we had the opportunity to celebrate with the Reset family. So just really want to give shout out to them. They're doing amazing things in our community, and those who are continuing much better. Those who are doing things in the community, we always celebrate.
JRD is always doing something, man. He got his event next month, the 6th.
Oh, okay. What's happening the 6th?
He's the Reset Awards.
Okay,
Yo, JR, if you're listening, where's my award at, man? I need to be one of the honorees, brother.
Roderick was an honoree last year. He surely was. And
that was Roderick. That was Roderick. Ain't nobody honor me.
JR, you heard that, right? You heard
that. What the hell is up with the gas prices?
How much is it now?
Yo, I went to a gas station off of Horace Harding Boulevard today.
Mm-hmm.
My man wanted $6 for premium. I said, "Oh hell no!" I put in regular, and that was $5.
Hey, hey,
Yo,
funny.
that's it, man. Real,
That's
I don't know
funny,
what's
man.
going on, but and then also, what's bugging me, man, is this whole redistricting. The way they're changing redistricting is supposed to be every 10 years. All of a sudden, they changed it. Everybody. I mean, I tell everybody, you know what?
Mm.
When you're in power,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it. Because when the other team gets in power,
Mm.
you're just gonna have to sit
No.
back there and grin and bear it.
And they're not going to do that.
You know what I'm
They're
saying? So
playing. They're going to fight it. And the sad thing
Thank you,
is,
Bickiness.
it would not be the same
yeah,
if the shoe was on the other
look at
foot.
that. I was just thinking of what they're doing in Tennessee. The only black congressional district similar. They just divided it up into 3 districts, man. Just crazy, man. They really don't want people. What is it, man? And then the Supreme Court says it's not based upon race. I mean, come on. It's basically they figure that the Democrats, most of people of color don't vote for the Republicans. Therefore, we don't need them in the district. I mean, come on.
It's not
Trump.
right.
To President Trump, you won the district. You won votes from all different ethnicities. But now to change the game, man, it just makes our democracy look like, honestly, to the winner goes the spoils. So don't cry wolf, or don't cry when somebody else comes in power and they change the rules. I mean, but I blame a lot on Democrats because the Democrats don't come out and vote.
Look what JR wrote.
John Sampson is well deserving. Boy, John, you have served our community for years. I know, but I didn't get one, my brother. So, I'm deserving of it, but I didn't get one. But it's all good. It's all good.
Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. Okay.
It's all good. But yeah, the gas prices, the redistricting,
a lot. The oil prices. If your home is being heated by oil, God bless. God
it ain't no
bless.
God bless. My oil bill my oil has went from $3.30 2 months ago to almost $6.
Wow.
That's like double the price. And it's like I can't keep up, man. I just can't keep up.
It might become more too because with the AI race and innovation, they have these data centers. Now, of course, some of them have been canceled or put up to be canceled, but you need the data centers for it to really continue going. And so if they're putting data centers right in your backyard, that's a lot of energy use right there.
That's true.
That
Good
demand is
evening.
going to increase price. So
That's
price
true.
is gonna definitely increase. Maybe go down a little bit, but yeah, it's gonna rather not go down. It's going to increase,
Mm-hmm.
but the pace of it may slow down because that's what inflation really does, right? Inflation increase that pace, so it might slow down or it might increase. And right now, prices are just going crazy
It's
fast.
not on our end. It's not working on our end in regards to every time you go to a gas. If you have to fill up, God bless those who live like an hour away from their job and going back and forth and having to pay tolls, because that's not easy. It's not easy. Because you'll have to fill up every other day, and
Mhm.
there it goes your whole check. Good evening, Maxwell. And good evening, Stargirl. I finally got to meet you.
Yeah.
Janice, thank you for tuning in. Let me tell you, last week was definitely a huge celebration of life. Our fearless leader, he truly lived. That we're always talking now. When I see Stargirl and Janice and things like that, I put a face to the name. Stargirl, you rock. all the way from down south, all the way up. You
Yeah.
rock. So we thank everyone who came out to celebrate his life because
Yeah, Simone as well.
so
Met
Simone.
Simone in person at last too.
Yeah. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for keeping us going because you all make the village even greater. Thank you. Yeah, man.
And we supposed to have Sherry, and she's supposed to come on in a minute, and then we have Deborah or
Deborah
comes on.
Mhm.
Deborah, I said Deborah.
Yes.
Deborah comes on 8 o'clock. Though she's already in the queue, so I guess whenever she's ready, we can still have her on.
Yes,
and just,
we can.
bring in Sherry in when
Yo,
she
bring her
comes.
on, Brian. Bring her on, man. What are we waiting for?
All right.
Simone, yes,
You ready?
it was a
You ready,
beautiful
Deborah?
homegoing celebration.
Just thumbs up. Let me see. Thumbs up, Deborah, if you're ready. All right. All right. So bringing you in. Let's go.
Thank you.
What's good?
Hello, beautiful. Welcome back. The last time you were on, we were celebrating your card. Logic was doing the promotion of the cards. He got to play with it.
Yes.
Fabulous. Let me tell you, we're gonna have a Showtime card thing. We will. Maybe
What we talking about? What card thing? What card thing? What are we talking about? What card thing?
John is late. He's late to the party.
He's right here. Let me go and grab.
Let me grab my. You want to grab it? I grab it.
You better grab it. Grab it.
We need to play on the show.
Yeah. Okay.
What we playing? What we playing?
It's called Whatcha Thinking.
What am I thinking?
Mm-hmm.
So let me see.
These cards were created for families, kids, so that you can have good
this
conversation.
Is a real one?
Hold on. Make sure this is PG now.
Oh no, it's all totally PG. All PG.
All right. I don't want to have to close my virgin ears now. Let's go.
So to our listeners, if you had enough money that you never had to work, what would you do with your time? This is a good one.
That is a good one.
What would you do, Andre? What would you do, John?
Create.
Smoke weed.
Really?
Smoke weed every day. Every day.
Bad answer. Look, that's the answer I give for some of the kids. Look, we don't want that one.
Exactly. Wrong.
Hey, listen, you ask him, what would you do?
And you know what's funny? There's no bad answer, right?
Yeah.
It's an answer.
You will just kick back and
just
I would volunteer. I would volunteer work at the cannabis dispensary.
Okay, that's a little better.
Oh, John, there goes your response. You're definitely in there for 2027. John, no question asked. In honor of Roderick Daly, the Reset family is extending 2 complimentary tickets to your team for Reset 2026. Thank you.
It's beautiful.
All right.
Thank you.
I want to say too regarding the smoking the weed.
Mm-hmm.
Last year when John would talk about that, Joanne's face would just like stirring up. Now she cool right now, so some growth right there.
Wait, I can't fight the new law that they made that it's okay for people to smoke weed any time of the day underneath your window. Hey, at a given point, it's crazy.
Yeah,
there should be limitation on.
Yo, Doc. I don't want to see you beneath your window, puff pass now.
No,
oh, good.
None of that over here. Listen, we got too many people doing. I don't know if I agree with all of this. This weed smoking.
Oh, there was an interesting. I was watching the basketball.
Hold your thoughts. Just want to thank everybody who's putting comments in the chat, so we are not ignoring it. One that says, thank you, missing him, but the legacy of the village will go on with you guys. Thank you for saying that. And then Miss Wanda Waterman, thank you. Blessings, everyone. Have to continue for Mr. Daly's sake. That is correct. Thank you so much.
Yes. So getting back to marijuana, right? I was watching I was watching the pregame basketball before the Detroit was playing Cleveland, and they talked about Detroit Detroit Pistons ball players. I forgot the guy's name. He came from Miami, and he talked about his brother, how his brother would encourage him, to help him, but he had an addiction, and his addiction, like he liked to get high, and his main source of getting high was marijuana and stuff. So, make a long story short, they believed that his chronic smoking of marijuana led to him becoming psychosis.
Yes.
And as a result, he made one attempt to kill himself by jumping off the bridge. He was not successful. He survived. But then he had another bout, and this time he was successful. So I say that to say this, ever since they have allowed recreational smoking, I see these people, and I see people, young, old, smoking marijuana like cigarettes. From the time in the morning to the time they go to bed. And they do this 7 days a week.
And they wonder why crime is going higher, why there's more accidents on the road. There's a lot going on in regards to the constant smoking of weed. Did they do research enough to say, hey, what's the effect? Smoking it, like you said, from 7 a.m. to late at night. What are the side effects? Like cigarettes, it took a while that they noticed that, hey, it contributes to cancer, secondhand cancer. All these types of things that people experience. Did they do enough research to say, hey, just let it be? Or was the money speaking more than that?
Yeah, because definitely marijuana can definitely trigger psychosis, especially if there's things in the family, any mental illness or things that you may not know about, especially with the kids and underage, it's not legal for them. And just because they legalized it for adults, I see so many more children smoking. I'm in a school from 6 to 12, and even the little 6th graders are smoking marijuana, getting it from parents, and a lot of them are even getting in the vapes.
In school for 6 o'clock so early in the morning?
No, sixth grade to 12th grade.
Oh, I thought you said see you there from the morning from 6 to 12.
No. Well, we're there early. It's only like an hour or so late, hour and a half later.
I know Dr. Brian be getting to work late every day, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
It definitely can trigger. It can trigger psychosis. It definitely can, especially in the vapes and things like that too, because you don't know what's in it. It's other chemicals.
That's true.
Yeah, sometimes they lace it with fentanyl and all this stuff. Exactly. So you gotta be extremely careful.
So we laugh about it, but you gotta, just be careful. That's all.
Yeah. I'm gonna read a couple of the comments. Someone wrote, I honestly can't stand how people just think it's cool to just smoke weed anywhere they feel like it, especially in front of a school or little children. It's so wrong because nobody asked for that. Janice wrote, happy Mother's Day to all.
Wow, already
Mother's Day. Yes. Maybe God continue to bless you all mothers and fathers who are mothers and fathers. And then this would be a topic that Roderick and I would go back and forth. He fight about Father's Day and Mother's Day and Father's Day and Mother's Day. We'll get into that. Duncan Robinson is the Piston player.
Yeah, Duncan Robinson. That's correct. Yes.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yes.
I never smoke weed, but from the smell of the weed, their smoking is not like the weed they used to smoke back in the days. I don't know.
It smells like chemicals now.
Because it
doesn't smell like anything natural. It smells
it's
like
not chemicals. The good ganja weed, boy. You grow it up from yard.
And then at least if you're growing it in your backyard, at least you know where it's coming from,
Well, what about the medical marijuana places or the ones that they just legalized? So you're talking about the illegal ones or the legal ones?
Ain't nothing illegal no more. It's legal.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It's legal.
But
ain't nothing illegal.
You're saying that it's illegal if you don't purchase it from them. That part.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Who gonna purchase you? They put it this way: the weed that they have in these dispensaries is what we call what they call farm weed. You want wild weed, like you want wild caught salmon instead of farm salmon. You know what I'm saying? Because you know it's a natural growth. So you want natural weed that is just flourishes instead of, the one that these dispensaries are creating and getting. You know what I'm saying?
Simone says pure synthetic weed they are selling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello, Sherry Ann.
So let's get to them cards. What's the next card?
All right,
Come on,
the
what's
next one
card?
says.
Wait, only we had one question, one answer. I wanted to know what
he
Andre
wants to
and
hear
you
another
say.
one. He wants to hear
Yeah,
another
I
one.
didn't even get to answer my part.
Yeah,
Go ahead, go ahead,
Uh,
Andre. I want to hear.
Unlike John, all I'm gonna do is create, right? So create for self, create for family, create for community. Because I like to draw, so it'd be drawing, poetry,
Fabulous.
that's just anything artistically creative. And probably still teach too. As I like to see the youth them learn. So that's yeah, that's what I would do.
Boring.
Well, you know what? He has to teach in order to raise your second behind. My
John,
God.
you're funny, man. You're funny. Yo, hey, John, you just remind me of that kid who's in the back of the classroom who just be listening like boring.
Right. He brings the comic relief.
That was me. That was me for sure. That was me. Back in the day, that was me. I was the one, boy. I was a class clown.
Yeah. Oh,
you
man.
See? You would get in trouble all the time, wouldn't you?
All right, Joanne.
So there's another question that's very important. Do adults automatically deserve respect?
That's one of my favorite ones.
Automatically.
What's the question?
Do adults automatically deserve respect? And then they ask, do kids automatically deserve respect? So it's both ways.
Let's hear the answer, doctor.
I don't know. I'm waiting on you.
I want to see what you guys think.
You guys answer.
Ladies, you know what? Ladies first.
Oh yeah, that's what you said all the time,
Ladies
right?
First. Ladies first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do adults automatically deserve?
I'm waiting. We're waiting. Go ahead. I'm
waiting on you.
I want to hear the response.
I'm just reading questions.
It's no right or wrong. It's how you feel, and that's what
Okay, all right. Since y'all want me to answer that now,
wait.
Do you know what? You have to give respect to get respect.
Yeah.
And the way you conduct yourself and the actions that you manifest allows someone to determine whether or not you are worthy of them respecting you. So that's what I would say. The child also is worthy of respect, but you have to, you can't, you have to show that you are worthy of the respect that you want people to give you. Because the first thing, if you ever know with kids and adults, the first thing they say is, you disrespected me. And respect is a big thing out in the street. Big thing out in the street. Big thing out in the street, big things in the prisons. It's respect. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to be disrespected.
That's right. And that's a big card. That one is like one of the kids' favorite. I think they stay on that card forever.
I have a question even regarding just that portion to it, regarding the card as well. I know, Joanna, you wanted to answer that one?
No.
All
I'm
right.
going to let Simone answer it. She says, no, adults do not automatically deserve respect. Respect is earned. Love that. As for children, they deserve respect if they give respect. Any child who knows right from wrong and knows that they are being disrespectful do not deserve my respect. Adults too. Thank you for the oops, did I miss something? All right. Greetings.
Adults too.
Yeah, adults too. Greetings. Greetings, Empress. Thank you for tuning on. So that is true. Go ahead, Andre.
So regarding these cards itself, and so far, just from these two questions that we had this conversation, it just made me think about the reason that you created them, promoting vulnerability and growth in the youth. And right now, there's a lot of digital communication, which is replacing face-to-face depth conversation.
Right.
And even thinking of how my students are now too, and just see like the minute they come in, they want to just go straight to the computer. If they
Computers,
come
yeah.
into class, and I'm like, whoa, hold on, like, how are you, like, So I guess what was the specific missing link that you saw, families and teens were communicating that inspired you to turn a therapeutic tool into a tangible product?
Exactly what you just said. Kids coming in, no one knows how to speak to each other anymore. And now it's the law, they can't have their phones. So it's even harder, right? They go right to the computer. They don't know how to communicate. They don't have social skills. So to bring back questions and just where they can hold a card, like you said, in their hand and have a real conversation, it feels it's natural. And I think they forgot, because a lot of these kids these days, they were born with these tools, right? They were born with the computers, basically. They're in strollers these days with a phone in their hand, right? So just bringing back that communication one-on-one, how to have eye contact, how to actually look at somebody and practice their body language. It's really interesting. I brought them back because as a therapist, also not inside the schools, just even with some of the other therapists I work with, they didn't know how to talk to kids, like pull things out of them, right? Because a lot of times kids go to therapy because your parents make you go. It's not on your own, right? So some therapists were struggling. Some of the newer ones were struggling to find questions and things to ask. So that's the original way the cards came about. But I use them in the schools. The kids play them on their own. They play with their friends as well. Sometimes I'm not even involved, and it's nice to see kids just sitting around playing a game, playing something where they're communicating and talking to each other. So it's a good response. I get a good response from them. I'm working on some new ones, Joanne. Look,
Yes.
Yeah, I got a new idea. It's in the works.
But this one is gonna transition us to the next one. Do you know what mental health is? Explain. So leading into, we speak about mental health all the time, and that is something that Roger could say that I'm big on, and making sure that we are mentally, physically, and emotionally balanced. Because when we are not mentally prepared to move with certain things or go through certain things, we lash out on something else, and we become addicted to something else. It might be good, it might be bad. Like you said, John, hey, I might be grieving, but then I just pick up a new habit of just drinking or smoking weed, just as a way to cope with what I can't express or fully communicate. So going into it, but I don't do that. So let's make it clear. Let's make it clear. We're gonna put it out there.
It's not a good idea, right?
It's not okay. But people use that as different ways, especially going into transitioning into our leader, Roderick. I always call him our fearless leader because he was the mastermind behind this. Some people might not be able to cope with that. It takes a while. Grieving is a process. How you express it is a process. What are some ways that people can try to deal with emotions and mentally prepare on how do you move on from, not move on, but just process and proceed?
Just with grief, you're asking, because you froze for a second. You're saying, how do people deal with grief?
Yes.
And it's going through the process, right? Letting yourself feel those emotions. not suppressing it, not trying to ignore it. You have to go through it. Again, instead of using vices and things like that to cope, which a lot of people run to because it's easier, you can not feel. But with grief is not linear. It takes time. Realizing that life is not this is your new normal, that person is not here anymore. It takes time. Realizing it's not going to go away maybe as fast as you want, and it's okay. Right? And just sitting in that process and feeling the feels. And that's all you can do. And just hopefully people will be there to support you. Hopefully you have a support system. And if you don't, reaching out for a support system like counseling or something like that, because it can get ugly. It hurts. It hurts. This is not something we have control over, right? None of us. I'm even coming here today, celebrating my father's 7 years. He passed tomorrow. It's his anniversary. From pancreatic cancer, right?
Oh, wow.
It feels like maybe 3 years ago, and some things can just trigger you where you're not really okay. You can just see somebody that say, I can hear a drum. My dad used to play the congas, right? I hear drums and I could just feel him again, but also celebrating that person. Right? Taking that time to think about it. Everybody's different. Some people, it takes a little more time to celebrate the person, because you can't maybe look at pictures or you can't do things for a while. Like I couldn't listen to his songs for a while. He had all these songs and I could not listen to it just till last year. So 6 years in, it took me to be able to listen to music and be able to celebrate him in that way. Right. But you have to find your own ways to kind of get through it. And talking about him. I enjoy talking about him because it makes me feel like he's still here with me. So it's not easy. It's not linear, Healing is not. It's a process. And you can't really avoid it. But if you are thinking too deep though, because where if you can't get out and you can't do the things that you used to do after a certain amount of time, it is time to seek help from someone. Because
you can't let it paralyze you.
That's right. That's right. Because life still goes on. And I think that's the hurtful part, because you feel like you lost this loved one and everything's supposed to shut down. You want the world to stop because they meant that much to you. But that's not the reality.
But something, it's just like, it's like my Pastor Bernard. First, I want to give condolences to Pastor Bernard. His mother just passed away this past Sunday.
Condolences.
And, Pastor Bernard said, he's all right with it. Because he knows death is only is an interruption. You know what I'm saying? Because there is that afterlife. But if you don't understand, or if you're not born again, and you don't understand your relationship with God, you cannot relate to that. Because we talk about the physical, but that's the physical may be gone, but the spirit lives. And like you talk about legacies, you talk about actions, you talk about the way you have helped people. That is that individual being manifested through others. That's why they say what's important is, the most important thing you got your sunrise and you got your sunset, and that dash is what have you done during that period of time to leave a legacy. You may physically not be here, but your legacy lives throughout things that you have done and you have set up in order for your spirit to live on and be manifested throughout.
He broke up.
Yeah, speaking of two, I'm gonna bring Sherry on as well because she also
because
I'm gonna hang up, Sherry. Yeah, Alexa, hang up.
Sherry, hi, how are you?
Hi, everyone. I am so excited. I'm trying to send a blast. I want everyone to see the tribute and to see how great you guys are. It was actually a pleasure to meet everyone. Although it's a sad occasion, but it was very nice to see you. Dr. Sampson, you were missing in action.
Yes. We're always around somewhere. We're always around.
You were not around. I wanted to see you face to face.
I'm always around.
Listen, I want to make sure that this radio, the Village Radio Talk Show, I want it to be blasted, not only in America, but it has to go to Grenada, to Jamaica, to St. Kitts, to Antigua. So we have to get everyone. Hello, my name is Sherry Ann Lawrence. And I'm letting everyone know that the legacy for everyone, they have to subscribe, like, and share. Because we want to make sure that we get, tonight I'm looking for at least 1,000 subscriptions. So come on, people. I sent it to my sister in Grenada and more. So we gotta go.
Sharon, where were you when I was in politics? I need somebody like you.
I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready.
Like you. To galvanize the people, man. I like that. I need 1,000 likes. I need 1,000 subscriptions.
Yes, I need 1,000, and I need it tonight. I want everyone who came and showed their love for Mr. Roderick Rudy. Kumbaya! I want everyone to continue, because you show your love by supporting the Village Radio Talk Show with some great people that I met. We need that.
Thank you very much.
By the way, all my TVs is on, my phones is on. I couldn't get my tablet. I have everything streaming.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I want to let you guys know you guys are awesome.
I like that spirit.
Yeah.
You can feel him. You can feel him here with us.
Yes, I
This
can.
is only my second time on the show, but I feel him, his spirit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He's proud.
We always
He's
feel
proud.
that guy. Even he ain't here. Even he ain't here. You always feel Roger. You always got to say something crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it.
It was very nice to see how many people loved him.
Turned out like we want to show that love on the Village Radio Talk Show.
You know what Roger would say? Roger say, when I was running for office, where were y'all?
You want to say that?
Oh,
you want to say that?
He said, where were y'all when I was running for office?
You guys do justice for the show. I haven't really gotten to talk and say that, but I have to tell you, you guys do justice. But going back on that police brutality, I'm sorry, Dr. Brian and I'm gonna tell you. Yes, I told her.
What?
The police brutality that we had talked about on the last show. I didn't get to comment, but I'm telling you.
What brutality?
Dr. Sampson, guess what? You were not there.
Remember the police run up on the guy last week, and we were talking about.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Yeah. When he ran up on the guy, we did have it. No, hold on, Sherry. We did have a discussion about that. You know, and my discussion is this.
Yeah, we don't disagree necessarily.
No. Joanne did not agree with us at all.
No.
Well,
She was, I think. Hold on. If you are run up upon the police run up on you. And they say, stop. Hold on. If they run up on you and you see badges or you see badges around the neck, you see badges. Did I finish, Dr. Bryant?
Yes, you may, but we have given you a time limit now because we got to move on to other topics.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, she saw that Roger.
I'm sorry, we're not going to stay all day on this. We already decided, and you agreed, so we're going to move on. Okay, so we gotta keep on. Hello.
There go Roger right there. Moving on. We're not moving on. Like I said, Roger, we ain't moving on now.
We need to move on. Okay.
We're not moving on. Is there police brutality?
Dr. Thompson is 812. We got other topics to discuss. Hello.
Was the force was excessive? However, sometimes you can live to another day. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
so we can move on now.
You just broke up. You just broke up, so that's something that tells you. You were like, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
I love it. Trust me, Roderick is here running his mouth. That is so true.
Yes, Lakeisha. Yeah. So, it's been a sad time for me because I've had death after death. I just watched my cousin buried, but she was in Grenada. And she died from cancer also. So I had to look at it streaming. So
my condolences.
Thank you. But we have to keep moving on. We have to be more aware, tell people to get screened as early as possible. Support. And don't forget, Roderick family, everyone, say hello, call. I mean, they need time right now because everybody's going to inundate for the first 2 weeks, and then afterward they're going to stop like slowly. But we have to continue showing love because many people don't know. The first month, everyone is calling, but afterwards, people tend to go back to their life. But we have to remember, even if it's a call to say hi.
Yes.
For me, I don't believe in this texting thing. Call. Hey, I know you're busy. I just want to say hi. You need anything? Do we agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, here we definitely, because I mean, we're talking about, even the cards just now, the cards and the face to face and all away from
that
just
interaction.
Yeah, so definitely.
Yeah.
And Empress put, moving forward, I hope
Yes.
friends, family, and associate will rally around, visit, and show love when people are alive.
That's right.
Too many people make time for the dead. It's sad. That's
So
true.
true. It's true. Do you know I'm sure we had over 1,000 people between Friday and Saturday.
No, there was over 1,000 people.
Exactly. So we need that 1,000 to subscribe. Hello. That 1,000, we need it on the radio show.
Yeah.
All the people that signed the book, I didn't get to sign it, but it's okay. We give a call. Hey, show tribute. We even ask for financial support. Yes, everything. You got to pay for everything. So this radio show, we still need financial support. Agreed?
Amen.
Amen. I'm gonna be the one to talk. I say that's what it is.
I got my hat for the donation.
Yes.
My hat.
To keep things going, it has to. We need the support. And everything goes in honor of Roderick.
Okay, as you would say, Sharon,
exactly.
Let's move on to the next topic, please. Thank you. Let's move on to the next topic.
I heard you. Okay. What's the next topic, Dr. Sapson?
I think the next topic should be, we should talk about what do we expect for our community to handle the influx of or the lack of economic opportunities in our communities. Like, how can we enhance that? What can we do to enhance our economic abilities in our communities? Like, what's interesting is that when you look at a lot of these urban areas, they are represented by a lot of people of color, elected officials. However, we don't seem to reap the benefits of their representations the way we should. You know what I'm saying? So how can we really just, get what we are rightfully due? I'm just throwing that out there. I'm a little thought-provoking at times, as you can see, Jerry.
Yeah. For one thing, vote. Go out and vote. You have to vote. Don't just talk about it, be about it. And don't criticize if you're not using your legal right to vote. Because you will hear people say, I don't know, they're not doing anything for me. They're not, because you're not voting.
That's true.
I think also just helping each other, people of color, we have to help each other instead of, the crabs in the barrel mentality, lift each other up. If you know places that are hiring, if you know people that are hiring, start hiring your own people. If you have your own business, if you're an entrepreneur, bring in your own people, teaching these kids skills and things that you can, we'll need them, later on to take care of us. So we have to invest in our children. You just have to be part of it. Like even summer youth employment, they're asking people to be a provider. You don't even have to pay, right? The city's going to pay for you, pay for the kids for you. So if you have your own company, get involved in that so you can have kids and hire people It's free. It's free help, you know. That's the only way. We have to help each other because they're not going to help us.
True.
Even as we vote, right? You can't wait for that hand. We got to do it ourselves.
I agree.
That's true.
That's true.
And I want to add on, thank you, Maxwell, for putting and sharing your thoughts. Give people their flowers while they're alive. And to tie it back to what you said, Deborah, and also what you said, Sherry Ann, when you have a certain skills, celebrate the person.
Right.
And then create yourself, or you become a mentor for young people. Or they don't even have to be young. Maybe someone who's changed a career. An older person who wants to just come back. Life changes, second career, third career, whatever. But you celebrate them and you give them an opportunity to grow.
Yeah.
Grow and learn from what it is that you're teaching.
That's right.
Remember, every day you have an opportunity to teach somebody something. Each one teach one. And that way we grow. And we build and extend our village more.
Exactly. I was thinking village. That's that word. We need to go back to that more so than ever.
Because we're so separated. Thinking back of the young boy who got murdered by another teenager. Each person watch. Yes, because that is the type of culture. Take out your video to watch or film or whatever. Be the next, video person, or I got the first footage or whatever, but you're actually taping somebody's death. You didn't intervene. And even for the adults that was there, yes, young folks do crazy things, but even for the adults that was there, you could have intervened. Yes, you might have gotten hit a couple of times, but if you called the police during that time, it would have helped. And you are right, Sherry Lawrence, education is the key.
That's my sister.
So here it is. I would say our fearless leader did get a vision in regards to bringing people together under one platform so that we can educate, so that we can pull in the community, so that we can mentor. And like you mentioned, John, so that we can provoke people to do something, so we can go provoke people to vote, provoke people to become active in their community. So to continue his legacy, we must continue these things. Pick up where he left off. Creating opportunities, creating sport events, keeping our young folks engaged in a positive way so that they stay out of trouble.
And don't forget the churches need to also come into that as well.
Absolutely.
Definitely the churches. Yes, the churches need to step up. Bring the youths in. Have the church open a little later so the kids from school have a place to go that is safe.
And what you just said, you can't just be a church on a neighborhood but not contribute to the neighborhood. They need to know. You need to open up your doors, because guess what? At the end of the day, you take up space, but you also need to be active. Active don't mean giving out turkey once a year. That's not active. Because everybody give turkey every year. You could get it from
I ain't
here.
getting no turkey. Nobody give me no turkey.
But active means really productively getting involved and finding out what the needs are and then filling those gaps. That's what it's about. Filling the gaps. So yeah, John, did we answer your question?
Not really, but it's okay.
You know what? So what's your response?
My response would be, everybody talks about it takes a village to raise a child, correct? But it takes a child to raise the consciousness of the village. And that's what needs to be done. The consciousness of the village needs to be raised to the point where we're not going to just sit back we're going to be actively involved in the transformation of our communities to provide those kids with everything they need to be, because they are the next generation. So one thing I learned is we got to stop being comfortable. We need to be uncomfortable. And when we're uncomfortable, we're out there demanding from our elected officials and those people in positions what is rightfully ours.
Yeah.
Those resources that are necessary. You know, I commend the council people and the assembly and the people for the center that they created over there in East Flatbush. You know, people can say what they can say about Mayor Adams, but he did put a lot of money in our Black and brown communities. I know in Brownsville, BRC, Brownsville Recreational Center, they're getting almost a $25 million makeover. Tremendous. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things, but the only way we can get these things is we have to demand them. Our consciousness, sometimes we're just too concerned about just surviving day to day, which is understandable. We all are surviving day to day, but we can make life a little bit easy by us just being a little bit more involved in these civic meetings. Because I can always tell. It's just like my daughter's school. I never get involved. I let their mom handle all that stuff. But then, when they see me, they know it has risen to a certain level. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is we need to be, instead of being reactive, we need to be proactive. You know what I'm saying? We need to be more proactive in our communities, the board meetings, and demand certain things from our elected officials. Like Roderick, that's one thing I can say about Roderick. Roderick always made sure, he bugged these elected officials. I remember when I was in office, Roderick would always come up, boom, 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 we need X, Y, and Z. And I tell everybody, squeaky wheel gets the oil.
True.
Squeaky wheel gets the oil. So that's where we're at, villagers, and you're right. We're just trying to survive, but, the survival is based upon the enrichment of our communities and how stable they are. Because if the community is not stable, it's just like your foundation. Everything else is going to collapse around it. So we need to hone up the stability of our communities. That's all I'm saying. That's my answer for the evening. Thank you.
That's a good point. I think what I'll just add to that really is also the economics part, really. So I think a lot of the folks in our community don't understand the economics, and so if we're able to also teach, not gatekeep, you know the stuff, you teach others so they also can know it. But I think also because we're in the rat race so much, it becomes difficult to even learn how to do it, so 5 minutes a day, really, you tune into programs that really talk about finance. You reach out to people too, because while they can give you the information, you just sitting and hearing it is not doing much for you. You have to also reach out, inquire, ask some more, because you have to also take that step.
And to jump on that, what you just said, Andre.
Yeah.
In our communities, we're big on putting susus together.
Yeah.
Yes. Money.
We're gonna put susus together, right?
Yeah.
So why can't we some of us just take the susu that we always put together and just invest into the market, or invest into buying a piece of property, buying a building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and this is what some of the immigrants do when they come here in America. The Asians do this. They all live together, then they pool their resources and buy something. The Indians do the same thing. There's no reason we have the susu. We can use the susu money to invest, put it in the market, see what our rate of return, usually about 18%. And then we can use that to buy a piece of property, not 2-family, buy a 6-10 family building. 12
No,
or buy some land.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree.
I think with that part too, because the market itself, when you don't understand it, it can be terrifying. You know, I didn't understand at first, and now I see it. Like even this year, I was looking up some of the topics we talked about, and I looked up, the consumer confidence. A lot of people are feeling positive about the markets, and while we're still feeling the effects of gas price and the energy price and all those things, usually in midterm years, the market feels more certain of what's going to happen, right? You got it becomes difficult at times to when we have an incumbent in like Trump right now. A lot of people are saying we don't want this no more, and so there will be a change of power or pointing towards that. And so once the market sees that there's more certainty, the market performs doubly the year after, right? The 12 months following midterm elections. And so, those data points, when we understand those things, we can leverage. The other thing to that too is that the best place to start, I think, is also, with your family too. Is there's that trusting that we also want. And when we do the susu, we do trust the folks to do the susu. But how far does that trust go? Because if a person running the susu and then
Take the money and leave.
then they say, hey, I'm gonna put some of this money in the market. Someone's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let me get mine first before you do that. So again, it's all about the education.
It's about education. That's it.
And so, once we understand, that's why what we talk about here is so valuable. Because once we understand that, I was just even thinking, some sort of educational event regarding finance, but it's just a slippery slope, because some people may come thinking, oh, you're gonna invest for me, and it's like, no. You gotta go to your financial advisor. You gotta reach out. So even that itself, you want to reach out to financial advisors, because they can advise you on, setting up, what you can look toward, and give you the data as well. We've had guests that talk about finance, life insurance, the whole works. So I think that's the education piece is important. Once you have the education piece, then now you can take action. So that's to answer the question to John.
And it's so much information out there now. It's not hard like it used to be.
It's a lot.
You can go on social media, you can go on YouTube, you can study yourself and learn. So it's no excuse not to learn. I have kids now who talk about their investing. I have 10th graders talking about investing. I believe the schools too. We just implemented that in my school, that they have a finance class in the 12th grade, which I think is excellent.
Yeah, and they had it too. So this just made me remember, I'm in a program for it because they're gonna start rolling out the curriculums more and more. But I remember when I was in 12th grade, and my economics teacher was trying to teach us about finance and investments and all. I think it was about 20, 24 students in the class, somewhere around there. And not only about 3 of us were engaged. The other students, them talking in here. And I remember my teacher was saying, this is gonna be important to you for your future, guys. And they look, and it's like it was a joke to them. And they turned back and continued doing what they were doing. And as I got more into finance, I just remember him, and Mr. Alexander, right? And he was so passionate about finance. And I just look back and I'm like, man, many of us don't see the value.
And they need to start earlier. So this should be starting in 6th grade. You know what I mean? It should be starting much earlier than high school.
Yeah.
From the time they're out the womb, they need to be started.
That's right. And that's also for parents to implement that at home, right? Teaching them how. I learned about, bills and budgeting from my mom. watching my
Mhm.
mom remember the checkbook and used to have to write the ledger and write
Yes.
everything out. I used to sit and watch my mom. So, a lot of kids don't get that though at home.
It's okay to let your
Different
kids
now.
know
what's
how your salary and how you work, the bills and all that, so they understand. Because they don't understand, and you get them everything. They're like, "Oh, mommy and daddy rich, I'm good."
right.
They're good, yes.
Right. When you don't know what it's like to work for it. Even in counseling sessions in schools, like you can always help. You can do this with your nieces, nephews, your kids, right?
Yeah.
I ask them, how much do you think that house costs across the street, right? They have no clue. None whatsoever. What's your favorite car? How much do you think that car costs? How much money would you have to make to buy that car? I ask them, how you want to live? Do you want to, what's your lifestyle? What do you want to be? And asking those questions just provoke that kind of thought process. And I say, come back and tell me. They tell me some ridiculous amounts. They think that a house costs $100,000. They're like, and some kids are like, no, that's too much.
Yo,
kids.
It's funny when you hear their reactions.
That house costs $100,000.
It's funny when you hear the reactions. I had a couple boys. This was last year, and I'm asking them, what kind of job they want. Software engineer. It was one of them, and I start breaking down, the taxes portion and all. I was like, okay, well, you're gonna want to have a home, or you're gonna do renting, or you're gonna get a house, you're gonna get a car. And I was like, oh, what you want a date to, right? A relationship. My guy sees the budget and see the money shortening, and it's just like, man, I'm not even gonna spend nothing. I'm gonna just do my own thing.
That's it. I mean, it's always a good idea. I remember making a copy of my credit card, blanking out everything, and I blew it up really big, and I gave it to each one on a piece of paper. Yeah. And I was like, okay, it has a balance. You have $500. I didn't give much, and I'm telling them the interest rate. Yeah. And they were like, oh, what are you gonna buy with that? This was years ago, so 500. I would have had to up it much more now. And they were already in debt in 2 seconds,
Yeah.
So they don't know much about it. So we can start there by just teaching our kids the value of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And also teaching the value of, if you want to go to college, how you can help your parents. Because there are some funding that some banks give you as a college start. You open up an account for children in elementary. So by the time they reach high school, getting ready to graduate, they have money to assist the parents in going to college. So there's ways.
Saving from now.
Yes, saving from now.
Not instilled as much, and I think we lose them, and we have to do it in different ways because the talking doesn't work as much anymore. We got to find
spare the rod, spoil the child.
Right, creative ways of getting them out and talking about these things. But schools, that should be mandatory. It should be mandatory. Do they do that in your school, Joanne? Because I know you have the babies.
Financial literacy. So they do participate in the junior achievement activities. So I do know what you're saying. Yes, the competition is going to be coming up where they're actually going to go. I think it's next week. They're going to learn more about financial literacy. So it is so important. More and more young people need to know this, because when they get to college, you don't want them in credit card debt.
And that's what's happening.
So true. Credit card debt is something. Oh, wait. Mr. Daly used to speak to us about currency and budgeting when he took us to Europe. Yeah. So the little nuggets that is taught at an early age, and with that experience, will be a lifetime experience that you'll never forget, that you'll continue to teach others what it is that you learn, because it change when you travel to different part of the world. The currency change.
That's right.
The value change. So,
and what currency you can use? Yes, I just found out that here's a little bit. Someone, when I went to my doctor's visit, I met someone who's Panamanian, but they live in here. They went to Panama, and she told me we can use the coins that we have in the United States in Panama. I didn't know that. We can. So that's a tidbit.
Interesting.
The coins, same value, or
yes, we can use it in Panama. The quarters, The dimes and nickels, we can use it in Panama. But we can't use Panama coins here, but you can use it. You can't. They accept
Now,
it there.
is the value of American dollars is no longer the same.
No, it's changed.
Yeah. And
Well,
I think with this war, it makes it even worse.
Remember the U.S. currency is really 50% of the global reserve. So you can use the U.S. currency in
mostly
most places too. But as you said, it being worse, I think we're heading towards a revolution in the sense of U.S. won't be the only guard on top anymore. Though of course, we still have maybe a couple years, but with this war that's happening, a lot of countries are starting to question it. Ever since even after Russia invaded Ukraine, and the U.S. says, "All right, bet I'm going to punish you and freeze a lot of your assets." And so other countries see that, and I was like, "Whoa! So I have my money here, and y'all gonna freeze it? Nah, son." So, countries like China, a lot of countries in the Middle East, they're also really starting to think about if they want to have their assets, stored
Frozen.
like US. So a lot of trust into the US economy is
So wait, I have to pause you on that, because the thing is, even though there's a lot of trust in the US
dwindling,
economy,
I'm saying the trust is dwindling. Yeah,
it is, because look, when the airline company is shutting down, like Spirit,
like Spirit,
you wake up on a Monday or a Saturday and say, "Oh yeah, by the way, they shut down. That nobody's at work. Everybody lost their job. There's no customer service, nothing at all." That's problematic, especially when they were in discussion with the federal government just a week ago or 2 weeks ago to say, "Hey, they're gonna help them. They want to name the plane Trump, whatever, Trump Jr., Trump Senior, whatever."
Yes, so airport and all that. Yes.
So that must have been like, no, we rather go out of business than to rename our plane Trump 1, Trump 2, Trump 3, and say, "Oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap." But yeah, it's when it's politics like that, when you know that a company is struggling, and you decide to say, "Okay, if you do this and you give us this, then maybe we'll help you." I don't think they realize, you're breaking the economy apart instead of supporting a struggling company.
Yeah, I mean,
instead of allowing them, because they were supposed to merge with JetBlue.
JetBlue, yeah.
Right.
And JetBlue was on the chopping block too.
Yeah, they denied them that. So now what? A lot of airplanes are not flying all over. The gas prices are ridiculous. The train prices are increasing because MTA, every time you turn around, MTA want to bring up the prices. Long Island Railroad, the bridge and the tolls are going up. What do they think is going to happen? And people are now afraid to get, I love going on a boat, but, when you're knocking out the whole 5, 6, 7 people and then a whole row because they're getting sick, what will the summer look like in regards to this?
Very crowded in the neighborhood.
And yeah, like, hey, what are we doing? Are we not paying attention? People are, busy. It's starting to get warm. That should, people want to take a flight out or do something, but you can't afford a flight out because it's too expensive. It's like your own, and then, hey, let me just get in my car and drive. But
accident.
Besides the accident, the million points, but the gas prices. So it's something. Our government should be more involved in bringing down the prices than increasing and giving us more debt because they want to go to war that we didn't ask for. So that's interesting. Do any of you all know if they voted in regards to freezing the rent increase, or what did they decide? I know that they passed the budget. I know that they passed the budget. Finally, they've passed the budget today.
Okay.
But did they choose to, I know that the mayor ran on the platform that he's going to freeze and hold the increases. So New York finally reached a $268 billion budget agreement, which the budget is over a month late. But what's included in it? Childcare funding, utilities rebate, and public safety measures. What is the public safety measures? Does that mean more tickets? I just want to know, what does public safety measures look like? And then a new tax targeted luxury second home in New York City to raise the revenue. Why are they only focusing on New York City?
Because retaliation.
This the place, man.
No. Westchester County, they have very, very expensive. There's part of Long Island that's very, very expensive.
Very expensive,
Why are they only looking at New York City? Why is this now New York State budget that it has to be on the back of New York City people? You know what's going to end up happening? Half of the people who have homes, luxury homes in New York City, are going to bail.
Yeah, because they don't want to pay all that money.
Yeah, they're going to bail out. And guess what's going to happen? The innocent people who are actually working hard are going to get hit with that.
Yep.
And $750,000 is not luxury. That is the basic price of buying a home in New York City. I don't know. So this is what we need mental health for. Mental health,
all these things, right? All of this stress, all of this right on our heads. That's true.
This is what we need: mental health support. Dealing with the cost of everything. Adulting 101 is not so easy.
How the kids say life is lifing, right? It's a lot, and it's a lot on everybody's head. And I like these platforms because, as people of color, a lot of times we don't want to talk about mental health and we don't want to talk about all these things, and we try to deal with our stress on our own, especially our Caribbean community, right? We were told you don't tell your business, you don't go out this house and talk to other people, but it's too much. It's too much. And when you hold it in, what happens? Look, you get sick. You're sick, your stomach, your head, cancer, things like that. These things all grow from stress. That's when they say stress kills. They weren't lying. In different ways, right? It attacks your body in so many different ways. So you have.
That's why you smoke a weed. Yeah.
And that's funny. I wasn't ready for that one, but
they voted to increase rent. Stabilize. They voted to increase. His platform was, hey.
Oh no! What do you mean? Oh, the increase. What did you say?
Increase the rent.
Yes.
They voted to increase it.
Rent Guideline Board vote on rent for stabilized unit. Hold on. 12 minutes ago, cast preliminary votes to raise rents for rent stabilized tenants. So
they voted. What did they vote?
The rent.
No, doc.
Okay, the board voted 0 to 2% increase on 1 year leases and 0 to 4% increase on 2 year leases.
My question is, what's 0 to 2 and what's 0 to 4?
Let's see the price of the rent, and let's see.
Interesting. You know why? But you know why they had to do that now? Because because of what's going on, the energy crisis. Yeah. They had to increase it because you know why? Because he don't talk about decreasing my property tax. Want to raise it?
Yeah, man.
So last year they voted to. It's crazy.
Things are gonna keep increasing. Either gonna go fast or gonna slow.
Except salaries.
Say that again.
I said except salaries.
Yeah, salaries gonna grow at a slower pace, and that's why that economics understanding is so pivotal.
That's right.
Right, but man, it's just wild because now
it's got more expensive to live in New York City, but they decided to vote to add extra. Let me tell you, it's gonna be extra things for New York City people. I don't know.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. We're hitting the same amount, almost the same amount as California, because they're high up there. But New York City, he went on a platform that we will decrease and we will stabilize. We will not increase anything. Well, guess what?
What happening now?
Yeah.
That's not happening now.
Man. Yeah, it's
you heard what happened. You heard what happened to that captain who got reassigned, who said disparaging comments about the mayor, right?
No. What happened?
Talk about it.
Yeah. About the incident with ICE and Bushwick, and basically the reporters were there and they said, something about the mayor. He said, "That's not my mayor. I didn't vote for him." Well, he got reassigned the very next day after they played the clip.
Oh,
damn. Sherry, you're frozen. I guess come back on. Oh, she here. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing as our fearless president. You say something, his wife wants you off air. You say something, they want to cancel your show.
You talking about Trump?
Yes.
Oh,
anything negative gotta go.
But and speaking about him, right? Such a massive ego. This whole war is making him look ridiculous because every time something don't go his way, he drop it on Truth Social, and he might say something about deals coming and so on, and Iran or whoever represents them come back and say, "No, nothing ain't like that. No deals coming," And the last post, I remember seeing that last post where he says, "Open the effing straight," and he was so pissed. And that right there just shows the frustration. It shows that he's not
stable
as he thought he was. Right. So
talking about mental health, right?
Yeah. Look. Yeah. When we look at how these strategic moves that the countries are making, really, I don't know if any one of us ever read Art of War. I look at how countries like China or Iran, and they're making that move. They're making moves in such a way wherein understanding what your opponent wants and playing in a way wherein it's a strategic action. Announcing every time you're gonna do something, it's not strategic, but at the same time, it just shows the ego is not being satisfied.
That's it.
Right? The ego is not being satisfied, and when it's so big, it's just
that's a mental problem.
Now people use narcissism as they call everybody narcissistic.
Yeah.
Some people have tendencies.
Yeah.
Disorder, that would be considered a disorder, right?
Yeah.
Your grandiose sense of self. You're kind of a God complex. You can fix everything.
Well, remember, he keeps putting those pictures.
That's right.
That he's, like Jesus Christ and everything. Like,
wow.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is the biggest liar of his.
Not everybody is seeing it as lies too. That's the thing. He's leveraging his
power. But we still got to play. We still have to pray for the president that he gets the right discernment, especially in this situation that we're in.
Yeah.
So we still got to pray for our leaders, even though we may disagree with their policies. We still have to pray for them and their families and those people.
I pray that he gets a really good mental health therapist.
I agree with that.
No, I do pray for him. You're right. We do have to.
Yeah.
Because listen, after that mental health therapist work with them, they're gonna need a mental health person to deal
afterwards. But you have to remember, you have to get it for the whole family, not for him only.
You know something. We can joke about it, man, but just being the president of the United States of America, I don't know how you do it, man. It's like you can't sleep. You got so many daggone things to worry about. Domestic, foreign, it's just a non-stop. Your head is constantly on a swivel.
He said it his first term, close like the first or second year. He was like, "This is a lot of work. It's a lot of work," So it's a surprise to see him go back in there. It's like, I love it.
Control.
Yeah.
Into control, and don't forget, he's keep losing that hair. It's so much to pay. You can put on. It's so much to pay, and after a while, the orange will turn into what? Orange and what other color mix become what? When the kids is mixing the colors.
Yeah. So
I think this has been a good conversation regarding just education, economics, and mental health aspects. We just have to like Sherry Ann and others. I said, we gotta just keep pushing forward, man.
Yes.
And remember, connect to the people that are around you.
That's true.
Make sure you check in.
Deborah, quick
Yes.
question. What are some lasting words you can have for Sherry Ann Lawrence wrote something, but some lasting words for our listeners going through the season. Also, Sherry Lawrence wrote, also you notice that Brooklyn is turning into Little Manhattan. No more mom and pop shops. Why is that several grocery stores like
Lidl.
Yeah.
It's coming up. Yes. That Lidl is a big blue dot and yellow all over it. It's just suddenly appearing all over Brooklyn. And that's those big supermarkets. They're coming like a Walmart.
What's wrong with that, baby? What's wrong with that?
And hotels downtown Fulton.
What's wrong with that?
Because the mom and pop grocery stores are going out of business. They cannot compete with the bigger corporations.
But the point is, why can't they compete? Why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because they're not being supported.
They're not being supported because there's a need. There would be a need for them. People are going to go where there's a need, where they can get a discount. So how can we help them? What can we do for the mom and pop shops? What can we do for them?
Patronize.
Yes, we can.
Okay,
continue
and then we're going to patronize. But then it's the whole thing. If I'm going to patronize them, am I going to spend more money? If I can go to Lidl and spend a little less money, and I can use that money for something else? So this is like a whole. You got to think about this, because we all want to go to get we're not going to pay top price for something if we can go next door and get a discount, right? Everybody here, you want a discount, right?
That's true.
If Shop and Save is selling red snappers for $4.99 a pound, and you go to Union Market, or you go to the fish market, and the fish market is selling red snappers for $7.99 a pound, where you gonna go? I mean, come on. Where we gonna go?
Do I know where its harvest is? If its harvest is inside a pool.
What are you talking about?
Do you know they can harvest certain things and you get it cheaper than having to go and
Oh gosh.
Okay, so that's what they should be focusing on. It's the same thing. You know what it is? Let me say, it's the same thing about Caribbean restaurants. You got on one block, you got 5 Caribbean restaurants selling the same food. So how do you expect to make a living?
Monday you go to one, Tuesday you go to the other one.
Share the wealth, right? Share the wealth.
You gotta share the love. Laughter is good for everyone.
I hear you. That's a good one. Good one.
You're gonna end us off and giving us some lasting words for our listeners.
So just with grief and dealing and coping, prayer and meditation, if that's something that you can go to, if that is where you can pull from, spending time in nature, sometimes just grounding, right? You need to be outside and get air and get that vitamin D. The weather is better. Even if you're sad, you can go outside and look, but it'll help you feel a little better. Reading books, just about grief and understanding it, or videos or anything you can, pull from, talking to friends and staying connected to people. Again, not just in your phone, but staying connected to actual people, right?
Yes.
Feeling a touch, giving a hug.
Yes.
Mean a lot, right? So like Sherry-Ann said, don't forget after the family, right? After time has passed, to stay connected and just remembering them, even if it's sending some kind of love, however you can do it, but staying connected. And just remember that it's not linear. Grief takes time. Healing does not mean forgetting, right? You never forget. They're always in your heart and in your mind and in your spirit and your soul. Lift them up. Sometimes even celebrating their life on their birthdays, getting their favorite cake and still singing happy birthday, right? Little things like that, keeping the spirit going. And everybody grieves differently. So some days are good and some days aren't, and it's okay. And it's okay to not be okay. Right?
And when it's not okay, you know what you do?
What you
don't even say it. Don't even say it.
I don't want to hear it.
Even when it's not okay, pray. That's what you're going to say.
You pray. That's what you say.
Pray.
That's pray.
That's it.
But just listening to your music, going to things that make you feel good, right?
Yes.
Right.
Some people like the garden. Go into your garden.
Go in your garden.
Yes.
Look. Put your hands in that dirt. That's grounding.
Read your Bible.
Read your Bible. Do whatever is going to make you feel making us, except for John, like making a scrapbook, right? Write a letter. Any of those things. Painting, because I know Audrey, you like to write.
Amen.
Write in your diary.
Dominoes.
On that note, it's 9 o'clock. My peeps.
And follow me on Bloom Mental Health Counseling on IG. Look, we all need
followers. Can you put it up?
We want 1,000 followers. Yes, Bloom.
Yes.
The chat.
Wait up.
It's right under my name.
Happy Mother's Day.
So I want to wish Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, guys.
Happy birthday to Angela Brown. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Angela.
Celebrating.
All right, guys.
Yes.
Have a good one.
Love you guys.
Your Instagram again?
Yes.
What is it?
Bloom Mental Health Counseling.
Please
log in green. Yes.
I'm putting up there.
Bloom Mental Health Counseling.
That's on IG.
Follow our
Facebook.
sister Deborah.
Yes.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Mental health provider.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us.
It's nice meeting.
Thank you, Sherry-Ann. Thank
you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
To all our listeners, we want to thank you for joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe, like Sherry-Ann said.
Yes.
Thank you also to our producer, Andre Doman, our also producer. She's always in the background, but she came on one time only. We're praying that she could come on again. Andre, call her in. Andre, call Sophia Willisey, come on back on screen. And thank you, John. And we love you, Roderick, always.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in. Be safe. Take care. And pull your village together.
God bless.
God bless. Good night.
All right.
Good night.
Peace out, family.
Good night.